So continuing off from my last video, I said I wanted to make a separate video for the function blocks because I feel like they each need an equal amount of information on. So we will start from the top. So for a revival spawner, I just realized they didn't spell revival right. But anyways, besides the point. For a revival block, that is if you die. And the only way you can die is if you step in a lava block. I believe, yes. If you step in a lava block and you die, you will be respawned, which is wherever the revival spawner is. The only thing about the revival spawner that I've noticed, I don't know if it's just me, but this is what I've noticed, is that if you place the revival spawner wherever throughout the map, you will respawn randomly to one of the points. Just because you put a revival spawner right next to the area that you want people to, say parkour on, they're not gonna respawn right there. Just because it's the closest revival spawner. It can possibly respawn you wherever you put the revival spawner. So honestly, for me in my maps, I can only place one revival spawner in the map. So it gets sent exactly where I want the people to be sent to. And then for the leaf block, I guess it's a function. I guess the only function it would be is that if you do escape or infection, your survivors can hide inside of it. And then the flicker board. So people usually use the flicker boards when they make parkour maps, and I will show you the time length of each. So we'll wait for it to restart. Okay, so all three restart, and you can see this one goes out first, and then the blue, and then the red. So if you want to know the time frame for each, the gray one only is there for 1 second, and then the blue one's there for 2 seconds, and then the red one is there for 3 seconds. So when all three restart, you can see that the gray one goes out first, and then the blue one, and then the red one. If you watch my craft maps that I parkour in, you can see that I time out my jumps because sometimes, as you see, there's a pattern to it, and if you don't know the pattern, you're gonna have a really hard time jumping from each if you have no clue what it is. But just remember, the gray 1, blue is 2, and red is 3 seconds. Red lasts the longest there. So for the next function, it would be the cloud board. Well, maybe I shouldn't say this, but the cloud is just for you to jump on, and you can stand on it for like 3 seconds, and then it's gonna disappear. And I have this thing where if I'm in a craft map and I'm playing and I see a cloud that looks like this, it is not directly on the floor, but it is one up off of the floor and looks like this. If you let it disappear, you jump on it and it disappears, as soon as it reappears and you press the jump button, it will shoot you all the way up in the air. And I cheat a lot in my videos like that. Okay, so next is the sign. The sign, people can press on it with the hand when they are playing your map, and they will be able to read whatever message you put. And a lot of people don't know how to put a message on their board. You can do that by just pressing the hand. So you have to go up to it. You can't just be super far. You have to literally be up against it and press it, and you can put whatever you want. And yeah, same with the dolls. If you want to write a message on them, you just go up to them, press a hand, and when the people play your map and go to the dolls and press it, they will be able to see whatever message you put, or whatever message you want them to see. Moving on to the breakable walls. When I first started craft maps, I struggled so much with these. It didn't make no sense to me. I put all the wrong ones. So the breakable wall, if you could see the breakable wall right here, it says wall S1. And then breakable wall over here, wall S2. So if it has an S, this is for survivors, which means only survivors can break it. If you place down an S wall and a granny tries to break it, they can't. Same with these over here. Breakable wall G. G is for granny. If the grannies go to an S wall, they cannot break it. And if a survivor goes to a G wall, they cannot break it either. The S and the G are separate, which I didn't know that at first. I would put down G walls and then I'd expect survivors to be able to break down the wall. And so the numbers to it just shows how many hits that survivors need to hit it. So this one right here would just be one rock. A survivor would just need to throw one rock at it and it breaks apart, and then 2 rocks and then 3 rocks. Although I don't know if that's true, because like when I place down like a breakable wall 3, I feel like it's like 6 rocks. I don't know if that's just me, but I feel like it's a lot more, so I feel like the number is very inaccurate. I should probably test it out. So next are the spawners. So these portal devices, if a survivor presses the portal, they will transport to whatever you place the portal spawner. For example, if I place this one down, this one is portal spawner 1. Yes, this is portal spawner 1. And if I place the spawner over here, when the survivors press the button, they will teleport to wherever you place the spawner. Make sure when you place it down that the color coordinates to the number. So make sure if you do portal 1, you do the portal spawner 1, because I've done like mistakes where I did portal spawner 2 and then I accidentally thought that portal spawner 3 was connected to it. And then next is your lava blocks. Lava blocks, they just kill you. Whether you're a granny or a survivor, that's all they do, they just kill you. They're mainly used for parkour. I hate lava. If you watch my videos, you know that lava is literally my enemy. I really hate lava. Okay, and so then for these jellies, I like to call them jellies. If you, again, watch my videos, I don't know why, but I call them jellies because they look like jelly to me. Like just look at that. It's like clear jelly. I don't know. So these colored areas, they're basically self-explanatory what it tells you. So basically the blue is the slow area, the red is the not attackable, the purple is the non-jumpable, and the green is the exposed area. And when you're a survivor and you run through these, or you're a granny, it will tell you what it is. Like, it will load on the bottom of your screen and it will say like, oh, it won't say, it'll have a picture of like a hit and it'll say like, it'll be in red. So basically you can't hit, or you can't jump, or it shows your movement speed is red, and so it's like very slow. And then last but not least is your stone pile. Stone pile is just a pile of rocks. This is for like if you are say you place down like a breakable wall and you want your survivors to have stones in case like they need a lot. There are 2 options. There is a 1 stone pile and a 2 stone pile. I don't know how much each gives you, to be honest. I did not look, but I just know that the 2 stone pile gives you more than the 1st stone pile. And this 2 stone pile is if you're going to use like breakable wall 3, because like I said, I feel like you have to hit that wall 6 times in order to break it down, and you'll need a lot of rocks for that, which when you go into a craft map, you are only given 3 rocks at a time. Yeah, I think I explained everything in the function area. If you have any questions, just ask. I don't mind explaining. Again, I'm not the best crafter. Function blocks are really good for parkour. I'm not good at them, so I don't make it, but I get the gist of every block in here, so I hope this helped.